Henry was an 8-year-old boy who loved school. Most days, his mornings were entirely predictable. He woke up exactly at 7 o'clock, greeted his parents while his mother made breakfast, and waved to his little sister before heading out the door. But one evening, Henry stayed awake long past his bedtime. He was busy building a new toy robot and completely lost track of time. Before he finally fell asleep, he made one crucial error. He assumed he would naturally wake up on time and entirely forgot to set his bedside alarm clock. The next morning, the house woke up as usual. His mother began cooking, his father got ready, and the kitchen filled with activity, while Henry's bedroom remained perfectly silent. That one forgotten task left Henry's entire schedule paralyzed before the sun even rose. This animated diagram illustrates how a normal 60-minute morning routine suddenly collapses. When Henry's mother realized he was still asleep, the clock already read 7:50. His entire window to get ready shrunk to a mere 10 minutes. Awakened by his mother's frantic call, Henry jumped out of bed and rushed through his routine. He brushed his teeth in seconds, threw on his blue hoodie, and grabbed his beige pants, leaving his fluffy hair completely messy. Because he had no time left, he couldn't sit down for a proper meal. He took 2 fast bites of toast, swallowed a sip of milk, and ran for the door. He ran down the suburban sidewalk as fast as he could, his heavy backpack bouncing awkwardly on his shoulders with every desperate step. He could see the bright yellow school bus waiting, but just as he got close, the doors closed, and the heavy vehicle slowly drove away, leaving Henry standing alone on the pavement. The lack of preparation led to a total logistical failure. As he stood there, breathing heavily and watching the bus disappear, Henry felt a crushing mix of disappointment and fear about facing the consequences at school. Henry slowly walked back to his front door. His shoulders slumped, convinced that his mistake would lead to an immediate punishment. Instead, his father met him with a calm reaction. He listened as Henry explained what happened and immediately shifted the focus toward getting him to class. As his father drove him to school through the morning traffic, Henry's anxiety remained. He didn't know how his teacher would respond to his empty seat during the first lesson. When he finally entered the classroom and told the truth, his teacher simply nodded and thanked him for his honesty. He took his seat, relieved that the day could finally proceed. By choosing to be honest with the adults in his life, Henry moved from a state of isolated panic into a collaborative effort to fix the morning. That evening, Henry and his parents sat down to create a strategy that would prevent another frantic morning. This diagram outlines their approach, which breaks preparation into 3 steps. Step 1 focused on the gear. They packed his backpack and lunchbox. Step 2 removed the struggle of choosing an outfit. Henry folded his clothes and placed his sneakers out. Step 3 addressed the original failure. Henry set his alarm for 7 o'clock and confirmed it was active. Completing these tasks before bed removed the mental pressure from Henry's morning, allowing him to wake up without a list of problems to solve. The next morning, the alarm clock rang exactly on time. Henry reached over and turned it off, waking up to a quiet house instead of a shouting parent. With his clothes already waiting, he dressed quickly and sat down for a full breakfast. He had time to talk to his sister and finish his milk without checking the clock every few seconds. When he walked outside, he reached the bus stop with minutes to spare. He watched as the yellow school bus pulled up to the corner and opened its doors right on schedule.
Henry boarded the bus with a smile, greeted the driver, and sat down with his friends, ready to start the school day on his own terms. This morning proved that taking 10 minutes to organize the night before can replace a frantic rush with a sense of quiet confidence. Henry had experienced 2 very different mornings. One was defined by the panic of watching a bus drive away, and the other by the pride of being exactly where he needed to be. The transition required him to own his mistakes, choose honesty over excuses, and embrace a simple routine of planning ahead. While missed alarms are an inevitable part of growing up, Henry found that combining a bit of evening preparation with family support makes even the most difficult mornings manageable.